I would say number one right now is the emotional support and stability, because under the current situation, in order to perform functionally well, they need emotional support. Since we are coming from the logistic background, we have seen the departure of loved ones and how they suffered. Because of that, they need emotional support in order to perform their functions very well. And second, I would say the self-respect. Again, I say from my experience supply chain, because we have been working with people with different caliber, drivers, porters, helpers, and inventory controllers. They're coming from different background, but they all expect self-respect. So we need to ensure that every human being or every employee is being respected. Third one, I would say stability and growth of the organization. Of course, in strategic planning perspective or strategic management perspective, those are through strategies, growth and stability. But I would say at this juncture, the growth and the stability of the organization, the sustainability, as well as the growth of the organization is a vital aspect for any member of the organization. So in summary, I would say number one, emotional support and stability. Number two, self-respect. Number three, the growth and stability of the organization. Those are three important points that I would say. This one is also linked to the one of the things that I explained previously. One is the emotional stability. Number two, self-respect. And number three, listen to them and work with them in making decisions. It's like a participative decision making to ensure they feel comfortable, especially uncertain environment like this. And number four, I would say, ensure they have a career growth in the organization. If you ensure those four aspects, they will, you can retain the talent without a doubt. My memory goes back to in 2008-9, where I worked in Holcim Lanka Limited as a supply chain planning manager. So at one point, I had to take a decision on whether to optimize profitability or whether to optimize the cash flow of the company. I was one discipline that I was responsible is the chartering, the vessel chartering. So in order to optimize, I took a bold decision once. I think it was a radical decision that I took. I stopped the chartered vessel at Anchorage in Malaysia. So when it was communicated in the EXCO meeting, it was a shock to the entire EXCO. So there was a heated arguments with the CEO, the vice president, with myself, and I held my grounds firmly. And one point, I was asked to leave the meeting, right? But I didn't change my decision. But the management and the EXCO went ahead. They went ahead with their own decision. After a couple of weeks, they called me, and the entire EXCO gathered, and they said, okay, let's roll back to Chanaka's original decision. We are suffering in terms of cash flow. There are inventories, the raw materials, clinker, gypsum, coal, all are piling up in the two factories. One is in Galle, one is in Puttalam, right? So we are bleeding in terms of the cash flow. So the profitability is not the important. Let's go for the Chanaka's original decision. Once the meeting over, the CEO, the Swiss gentleman, what he said is, even you are crucified, stick to your guns. If you speak true, then doesn't matter. It hit me hard. So once the decision was taken with my original decision, inventory levels drastically came down, right? And the cash flow improved. And after a couple of months back, we went back to the original operation with chartered vessels, and I think I saved the millions of rupees, and we didn't have any layoff because of the decision taken, because at the end of the day, the organization had cash at hand. So that's sort of the career defining moment, I would say. Due to the pandemic situation, I think there are so many changes taken place in any organization. rather than saying what changes that we took or we initiated, I would say we re-emphasize who Navil are. Our tagline is solutions beyond logistics. So we re-emphasize we are a solution-centric organization which goes beyond customer-centric organization. Because customer-centric organization is given. Why? Because any organization provides goods and services are catered to the customers, so their needs. But we are a logistics service provider. We are the experts in that field, the mobility. And we should provide solutions to the customer. And in a pandemic situation like this, I would say we could have easily activated the force majeure clauses, but we didn't do. Why? Because we are an integral part of many supply chains, and we provide and we represent the key supply chain partner in many industries like food, fuel, gas, cement, and many more, which are essential goods in a society. So we can't stop and step back. So we re-emphasize we are a true solutions provider, and accordingly we took certain decisions that leads to certain changes. So I would say instead of we focus on changes, we focus on solution-centric organization. That's our strength. There are many. One is supply chain consists of many disciplines. So starting from production, logistics, inventory, warehousing, procurement, marketing, there are many. So while specializing in your area, I would suggest read and understand literature on other areas, because it helps to, when you make a decision, when you operate in a supply chain, you certain and more often you have to do role reverse. You have to get into other one's shoes and think from their perspective. So in that manner you would be able to make decisions or work in a cordial way while have a better coordination. And other one is, I would say, as Simon Sinek said, always start with why. Why you do that? Why you have to do that? Because if you start with why, what has to be done, how it is done, will automatically get aligned. Another one, I would say, a good friend of mine told me, that is senior lecturer in University of Moratuwa, Dr. Ranil Sugadadasa. What he emphasized me is always believe in power of chutta. Chutta is a single term. In English, it says the very small. What he says is 1 onto power of 365 is always 1. But 1.01 onto power of 365 is something 30 something. So always, every day, you do an improvement little by little. You don't have to take drastic steps, take small steps. So your career progression, your whatever you take, it will be in good hand. And we always say career is a journey, true. But I would say you take your career as a story. Every story, if you take, there are 5 elements. One is the actor, the hero, that's you. And there's a guardian or advisor, like a movie. Second, the third part is the villain, that's the problem in your career. And fourth one is the solution. And fifth and the final part is the happy ending of the story. If you take your career likewise, if you are in a position of warehouse manager or supply chain planner or logistic manager, take that role as a story. You know what should be the happy ending and what are the villains. Who are the villains? Right? Then you know the obstacles. And the guardian, you can ask for help from many people. And you are the hero, you are the actor. Right? And you know the solution. Once you deliver the solution, you will get the happy ending. So that's my advice for Inspire. He wants to inspire in career and supply chain.